Hello everyone, welcome to another video here on motorcycling endeavors. We have a beautiful day today. It is Saturday. Mother Nature is definitely flaunting her beauty today. We got some clouds in the skies, the grass is green, and it's a beautiful, beautiful day out. And today I would like to introduce to you my new ride, the 2018 Harley Davidson Heritage Classic. This is the 114, and it is the industrial gray denim and black two-tone paint job. So why don't we hop on the bike here and take a short ride, and I'll tell you all about my purchase. I made the decision in July that it was time to move on from the Kawasaki Vulcan S. And the reason why I was moving on is simply because I wanted to have a larger profile motorcycle for the long distance rides and day trips and multi-day trips I am planning in the future. However, I never expected it to be a Harley Davidson. And that is simply because the only Harley Davidson I had on my radar was the Road King. And I certainly was not going to get an 800-pound behemoth motorcycle until I knew I was damn sure that long distance riding and multi-day trips was something I was really into and really doing. So I'm actually just getting into these longer trips now. And like I said, I just wanted a larger profile bike than the Vulcan S. So I originally thought it was going to be the Suzuki Boulevard C50 or the Kawasaki Vulcan 900. So as I was researching upgrades and accessories for that motorcycle, because I knew that either of them I would have to change out the stock seat, I would have to do a bunch of other stuff to make that motorcycle you know, more comfortable for longer rides. I've learned from the Vulcan S that the stock seats sometimes are just god-awful. And so as I was researching, I asked myself one basic question. Is there any other motorcycle out there that I should be looking at? So I knew from a fact that the Yamaha motorcycles I did not like the styling of. And for Indians outside of the Scout, I just didn't really like their cruiser designs. Suzuki, I know, had the Boulevard C90, but again, that's an 800-pound motorcycle. Really had no need for an 800-pound motorcycle. And Kawasaki went right up to their Vaquero and Voyager line, so they just went up to a straight-up touring bikes. So I gave one final look to Harley Davidson, figuring that there wasn't really anything there other than the Road King. But lo and behold, as I looked further through the site, there it was, the 2018 Harley Davidson Heritage Classic. And the first question I asked myself is, why didn't I see that earlier? It's a beautiful motorcycle. It's all blacked out. For some odd reason, I always thought that these bikes were chrome on chrome on chrome, and I think that was the case. If I was smart, I would have looked online of what the 2017s and 16s looked like. It might have been chrome on chrome on chrome, but this isn't. This has a nice blacked out look. It's nice and sharp. It doesn't have all those you know, silver or chrome looking grommets on the seat and on the bags. It's got these alligator kind of looking grommets on it. I mean, it looks really, really good. And I was like, why didn't I see this before? So I went to the product page and I looked at the motorcycle and I said, man, that is awesome. So of course, like any consumer, the first thing I did was I went and started to look at, I read a bunch of articles on it, watched a lot of YouTube videos on it, and I want to thank the YouTube community for doing such fantastic videos for this motorcycle and all motorcycles in general. I think the YouTubers do a great job helping consumers like me to review and research motorcycles, so I thank you. And the more I saw, the more I started to like it. However, there were 3 key detractors to this motorcycle. Number 1, it's 200 pounds heavier than the Vulcan S. Was I ready for that kind of weight? Additional weight. Number 2, the Vulcan S is 650 cc's. The Heritage Classic, whether you get the 107, is actually 1700 cc's, over 1700, and the 114 is over 1800 cc's. So I was like, whoa, maybe that's just way too much. And then the final detractor, of course, is the price. But something just kept calling me to the Heritage Classic. It's like the same calling that came to me for the Vulcan S. When I saw the Vulcan S, it just kept calling to me, choose this bike. This is the bike for you. The same went for the Heritage Classic. So a month later, at the end of August, I decided, okay, you know what? I said, let me just go up there and check it out. That's, you know, at least I could check it out. And if it's not, and I just want to make sure that I'm ruling it out. So when I went up to Harley Davidson of Indianapolis, and I want to thank them for their hospitality and allowing me to take test rides, and a special thanks to Kathy, my sales lady. So yeah, so when I went to when I went to go look at the Heritage Classic, the first thing I thought of was that, okay, if it's going to take me so much effort to upright this bike, then I'm just not going to get it. Nope, sat on the bike, I felt comfortable and at home, and I uprighted the bike with ease. I did not feel the 200 extra pounds. I thought I was going to really have to just, you know, stone this one up and just really feel, but I didn't. I uprighted it very easy. So once I uprighted it, I knew the weight wasn't the problem. The next step was to take it for a test ride. So I took it for a test ride. I test rode both the 107 and the 114, and I will tell you this right now. The 114 is smoother than the 107. Let me say that again. The 114 is smoother than the 107. Yes, it is. And I agree with was it Mr. Darby and the Old Man? I subscribe to his YouTube channel. He has a video of 107 versus 114 on the Heritage, and he is right. The 107 is a little snappier, the 114 is smoother, and kudos to him for pointing that out, because I took that mental note when I went for the test ride, and the 114 is definitely smoother. So once I took the test ride, I was pretty much sold that there wouldn't be any issues with me handling this motorcycle. I'd have to get used to the throttle, make no doubt about it. It is, the amount of power is definitely different, and my first few times on this bike, I was extremely cautious with the throttle. But now that I've been on it a handful of times, I'm starting to get used to it, I'm starting to get the feel. I still have a little hesitancy, but it's coming to me. I'm feeling more and more confident in my throttle hand as time goes on. So then it was just a matter of the price. And initially the price was good, and the monthly payments, they were okay, but I do not pay high interest rates. I absolutely refuse to pay high interest rates on vehicles. I will not do it. So when the first numbers were provided to me, I knew what the interest rate was. It must have been lurking around 7 or 8% for the new, and I was just like, no way. Nope, not going to do it. So I did the fiscally responsible thing, and I paid off my car. So I paid off my car, and, you know, just going on. And then Harley, the dealership, called me and said, hey, I've got some good news for you. Harley Davidson just released a promotional of 1.99% interest, and you qualify. Do you want to come down and see if you can make something happen? So I was like, hell yeah. So I had some scratch to put down on the bike. The offer was 0 down and 1.99% interest. But I had money. I had some money to put down the bike. I certainly wasn't going to put 0 down. I don't like monthly payments, and I don't like debt, so I try to get as much done as possible. And I had some money saved up. So I just did it. I went down there, they presented the numbers, the interest rate was good, the terms were good, and signed the deal. I traded in the Vulcan S, and they delivered the Harley Davidson the same day. The same day. They said, "What are you doing now?" And I said, "Nothing." "Well, we can go pick up your bike and drop off your new motorcycle." And I go, "You do it that fast?" And they go, "Yep, we'll do it today." So that evening around 7:30, I had a brand new Harley Davidson Heritage Classic sitting in my garage. So this is my video here. So for the day, I just wanted to briefly introduce my motorcycle. I do have the 114, and the color scheme that I have is the industrial gray denim with the black two-tone. The dealership did not have any iron red denim because I would have just basically just melted over that one. That's just an awesome color. That's just an awesome color. But I like this color too. I like the matte kind of finish to it. And yeah, I'm giddy over this bike. I'm happy about it. It is it's a new chapter. It's definitely different than the Vulcan S. I am going to actually reserve my review on this motorcycle until after my 1,000 what is it called? 1,000 mile break-in service. I want to make sure that I have ample saddle time in so I could truly speak, you know, about the bike from a position of what do you say, actual ridership instead of just perception. So my initial thoughts of this bike, my initial impressions of this bike, it's very comfortable. The ergonomics are very good on it. I like the fact that the floorboards are nice and big. I can move my feet up and back to get myself into a better comfortable position. I do need to find a solution for the windscreen. Harley does, because the buffeting is pretty bad. I remember when I got on it for the first time, I thought my head was in a paint mixer. So hopefully Harley will have the forks, the fork deflectors in their catalog soon, so I could buy. Temporarily I put this Memphis Shades windscreen edition on here. It helps a little bit, but it helps a little bit. It took the it took the jiggling and what is it, nonsense away from the visor, because my visor was just jumping around like you wouldn't believe. So that helped there. Doesn't help really much for the what do you say, you know, for the buffeting, because I know exactly where it's coming from. It's coming from the tank here. So it's just coming right up, and I know it's hitting my shoulders right at the bottom of my chin on my helmet. So hopefully the deflectors will take care of that, and then I'll have a much more quieter ride. I tried vlogging, you know, on a road going that fast, 50, 60 miles an hour, and the sound is too much. So I had to take a slow ride here to actually get this video done, so I can present to you my new ride. So anyway, that's the video for the day. I hope that you were able to get out for a ride today, because it is beautiful outside. It is September, mid-September. You know, the riding season is coming closer to an end. I don't ride in the winter, just an FYI. I do park the bike and garage it for the winter. But yeah, so get out and ride as much as you can. Mother Nature, like I said, is just flaunting her beauty today. And until next time, I hope you had a great day. Like I said, I hope you got out to ride today. I know I'm kind of repeating myself here, but anyway, that's it. I'm summing it up here. I am on my way home, and I will see you at the next video.